few messages regarding the recipes I've put up, I thought I would do a noddy guide just for you. Okay, so the basic ingredients: oats, a wee bit of honey, cinnamon, your Greek fat-free yogurt, 3 eggs, raspberries. Now what I've done is I've actually flattened them like that. Just get hold of it like that. Bob's your uncle. Done. And this is a small kiddie size apple I found by accident, but quite tasty. So I have peeled and sliced one of those. If you want to add a bit of excitement and a bit of lift to it as well, just a wee bit of that. They call it baking soda in America, and I presume that's what that is. Failing that, they'll taste like processed peas. Also, to neutralise the taste of the yogurt that's going to be in this, some vanilla extract as well. I personally have one of these all singing all dancing oven things, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto 180 and let it warm up while I'm doing the rest. Okay, so it's 120 grams of oats. I've got plenty of them. I do like oats. That's 375 grams of the fat-free yogurt. Chuck in 3 eggs, a decent spoon of that magic baking soda, then get your vanilla essence and give it a good old drizzle. So I'm looking at maybe, if you were to measure things, between 1 and 2 teaspoonfuls of the vanilla extract. Then just get a spoon and give it a good old stir round until it reaches a cake mixture type consistency. I did some research into these silicone baking things. I wasn't too sure about them, but silicone is basically made of sand, so that works for me. Now Dunhelm has these on offer, and they're really good because they've got these solid outer bits, so when you take it out the oven you're not trying to deal with a floppy and potentially dangerous silicone tub thing. So there we go. I wouldn't bother with that fry light stuff because it actually causes like a coating over anything that you cook with and damages pans and things, so you're better off getting this. Well, I've got the Asda one. It's a squirty oil thing, and really per squirt it's not going to be much different, so I don't even bother pointing that, but I put about 4 squirts into the silicone baking tray. Having put just half of the mixture into the tub here, first of all I'm going to layer the apple. Now we all know that honey and cinnamon are very good for you, so apple's a bit bland without it, so just pour some cinnamon over the apple. Randomly place the raspberries on top of that. And the raspberries can be a wee bit tart, so what I do is literally drizzle just a tiny bit of honey over them, nothing too sweet. You're not even looking at a tablespoon there, so again, pretty negligible with the points. That's the rest of it covered, and now we're good to go. So the rule of thumb for cooking really is, it could take half an hour to 40 minutes or so, depending on your oven, but cook until golden brown and firm to the touch. Taking myself out, and my blooming father phones for some help. Anyway, so this has probably been left in a bit longer than I would have chosen to, but when he phones, everything else has to go by. It's still a bit moist. Yeah, still allowed to use that word, I suppose, so I'm going to put it in the bottom of the oven just to firm it up a bit more. It's had a bit longer in the oven to try and firm up, but to be honest, because this is basically a cross between a pudding and a cake, it doesn't matter if it's a wee bit floppy. Now the beauty of these silicone things in theory, you watch, it's going to cause me a bit of embarrassment making a liar out of me, but it just flops out. Ooh, that looks good enough to eat. It certainly smelled good while I was stuck on the phone upstairs. So I'm going to let this one cool down now, and then we'll see what it looks like from the inside. So it's not usually this golden brown, but you can thank my dad's rather long phone calls for that. So with these Dunhelm things, make sure you hold it by the handle and you won't have it flopping and burning yourself. Highly recommend them. You can't microwave with them though, so that's just one thing to bear in mind. So I'm going to let that soak now and carry on dealing with my father's trauma. And then maybe I'll be able to get my breakfast. Ooh, I can't wait. Let's have a look. My mum doesn't send postcards, she brings back tea towels, which I think is an excellent idea. Had a job magnetising it to the fridge, so I thought I'd better use it to cover this with. Right, let's see what's happened inside here. It is quite a spongy texture, this one. But you can cook it at 190, but you might burn it. But oh my giddy aunt. Ho, look at that. You can see the raspberry and the apple in there. So, you know, it's very rude not to try it, even though it's a bit warm. My mother's a heathen and would probably put cream or custard over it, and you could do. Let's have a wee taste. Oh, I've just died and gone to heaven. Look at that. This one tastes, it's like because I put a bit more almond essence in it, it tastes a bit like bread and butter pudding with fruit in it or something. It's just absolutely delicious. And if you want it firmer, obviously cook it for longer, but who needs, you know, cakes and rubbish when all it's done is sweetened with a tiny bit of cinnamon and honey. Absolutely yummy yum yums.